So my name's Drakko Alva, and this year I'm going to be a senior. I have 4 periods as well as dual enrollment at Miracosta, where I'm taking biochemistry this semester. And this year I am one of the co-presidents of Youth Success Club. I'm the president of Model United Nations. I'm the editor of the newspaper, and I'm the president of ECHS Latino Leadership.
Sweet. Wow, that's a lot going on. Great, so that's who you are. My only great start is very calm, very clear. The only thing I want you to do is just ground yourself just a little bit. It's just, there's a little swing. So
Got it.
Just grounding, like playing ball.
Got it.
Just playing hoops or just like you're playing defense kind of thing. Perfect. So, Drakko, my friend, and I am talking to you and I'm just talking through you, so you know right now. Just focusing on doing this part as well. But I'm very much with it right now. So we met you, right? We came to your school, right? And then tell me about how that happened. How did we meet, if you will?
So kind of like the bridge that gapped between our club and then you guys here at Cays was Ariana, Josue, and Grandma Sparky. They collaborated and made it possible for our Youth Success Club to kind of come together with what's going on here. So that's what kind of got us all linked together, and from there, as they say, the rest is history. Kind of led to the, great Youth Success Day that we had on Saturday, and it's going to continue to lead forward in the future. It's those initial meetings that we had with you, filming, getting everyone's dreams, just saying each other's purposes and things like that on camera. It's a huge step, just knowing what you want to do at such a young age when, there's so many paths. You can choose to do anything, and just being able to say that you're going to put your mind focused and get help for whatever you want to do, it's powerful. It's definitely just the community. That's what makes this so great. It's not just a student thing or it's not just an adult thing. It's that interaction between the two that makes it so great, because if it was just an adult thing, it would kind of lose its respect and it would lose its relatability and digestibility with the teenagers. But since it has, the community alliance of the adults helping and giving back, as well as, the youth putting it together and, helping each other, it's a combination for success. The combination why it's so successful, it's that aspect of respect that the adults give us. A lot of times teenagers are treated as, kind of not knowing what they're doing, lacking intellect, things like that, but giving the opportunity to kind of, share what we know, share what we believe is, the right way to step forward with these things, and working in community in that way is what makes it so successful. Simple answer, Grandma Sparky.
Let's talk about it.
Grandma Sparky is my mentor, one of my mentors, and she, this as well, that when she asks you to do something, she does so much for other people that it's kind of hard to say no to her. We went to Epic Mastermind, that's where this kind of got started. And she said, you guys are going to be starting this Youth Success Club, and you guys are going to be, going to steering committees, things like that, all of that. And you don't say no to her. Like, if she told me that she had this opportunity for me to come meet amazing people and help my peers, why would I say no to that? It just makes sense to go.
What is it about having a mentor for you?
Having a mentor for me, Grandma Sparky just kind of, she's a perfect mentor for me, because she's not mentoring something that I already have in myself. A trait that I kind of found, recently is I'm a lot less vulnerable. I'm a lot less, I kind of fit into society standards of what like a man should be, and that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to give love, you're supposed to give back, and you're supposed to feel things. And Grandma Sparky's kind of teaching me how to do that. So that's why I'm so grateful to have her. Well, I think there's, obviously she came every Tuesday and helped with the club. That's the simple answer. But in terms of what happened at the club, it's just she saw the positivity. It was totally an energy thing. It was so much positivity going around, and, we put aside, pettiness, things like that, and just got together and, using this positivity created something great that is going to, somewhat overflow the positivity into other aspects of other people's lives. And that's what she thrives for, is that positivity and love, things like that. So when she sees it happening with a group of kids, let alone that, kind of doing it themselves, she obviously just wants to be around that and, furnish it, help it grow. It's respecting, each other as just people rather than, that's something that, needs to spread farther than just Youth Success Week. That needs something that needs to be standard in society when you have, you have so many groups of people who aren't coming to the table. That's something that I look for, who's not at the table, and showing respect to those people who aren't there, showing respect to the people who are there, and just respecting everyone as a human being is very important, because without that you lose that level of connectedness, that allows for the community we have here. Without respecting everyone at that table, you lose that community.
And who does come to this table? Who do you see here in this group?
It's people who want to give back. It's mostly charitable human beings. It's people who just want to see, they recognize the importance of education and giving the youth opportunities, resources, things like that, and they see how that's a stepping stool for creating a better future. And it's just people who want to see a better future. And it's the business owners. It's Oceanside. Oceanside's in the room. Oceanside's in the room.
What does that mean to you when you say Oceanside in the room?
I don't feel anyone's missing out as much. A lot of times I saw it with the Oceanside Promise thing. I was at, you kind of miss people who aren't there, who are, essential for the conversation. But you have the kids here who are participating. You have people in the community giving back. You have businesses who want to see this, go up, be able to be successful. Everyone who needs to be in the room is in the room.
Partnership with your friends.
It's a camaraderie, going through it together, being stressed out, planning, all that. It builds a tighter bond. I'm definitely close with Ariana, Josue, Christian, everyone in the club pretty much. You go out together, you eat together, you're doing stuff for hours and hours on end. It's kind of hard to not just become friends with the people.
And what was it like to put on a Youth Success Week, or being kind of given the reins to do it?
That week was stressful. It was a stressful week. I had so much stuff going on, and I had meetings everywhere. I had to do interviews with Bobby and Stedman. Ariana and I were just running around like crazy, and trying to put everything together. In the end, we learned from it, and next year we hope to spread it, and we want it to be 10 times better. Even though this year was a great success, we want 10 times better than that.
What does that look like to you?
The success?
What is it? Yeah.
For me, the only reason why I say I want 10 times more success is because I want to reach more of my peers. I feel like we reach the people who are in the club, but for me, it's kind of more outreaching that, so everyone has these resources and opportunities that I had, that Ariana had, things like that. Because it is important to show other kids who weren't in that room, that they're important, that they have a purpose, that purpose is respected. And even just being in an environment like that, it opens so many more doors.
And how would you do that?
It's not what I do, it's just showing up to the club pretty much.
How would you get the word out?
How'd you get the word out? Yeah, that was definitely a thing. Especially, the publicity was something that we definitely need to work on. It's how high school is, it kind of seen as more of a lame thing to do, but once you get that snowball effect going of, you see, oh, this is something good that's growing, it's positive, more people just come on and on. That's what was interesting about the club too. We had so many different types of people in the room. We had like our star athlete in the room. We had just the band kid. We had like a drama kid. We had every type of group that you would think of in high school was actually there. So that's what's kind of beautiful about it. So that was kind of it wasn't put aside, it was respected, but at the end of the day, it was just like, it was a bunch of kids who had a dream and a purpose, and they were all coming together to try help each other achieve it.
That was a great sound right there. That's making it right there. Thank you. How do you feel?
Great.
What's coming up for you now? What would you like to share? Anything. What are you feeling?
I'm motivated. I'm ready. Summer, I took my break. Somewhat of a break. I had.
What was that like? What was the break?
With break, it's just hard to get stuff done when I'm in a break. I feel like when I do 10,000 things a day, which I usually do, going to school, doing this, and that, it's easier to get stuff done because you're just always moving. You have that momentum. And then in summer, when you have that time off, that momentum stops, which is good for me. I need a break and stuff like that. But having that momentum back is definitely.
So you're pumped?
Yeah.
You're ready to go?
Yeah.
And how did, so I know we covered it, I'm just kind of saying it again, maybe it comes out in a different way. So you've got your senior year, you got your life in front of you, you're really excited, you got all these moves you're making, and in all these clubs, and you're participating in so many things, and still this organization, Cays and Youth Success Week, and the club at school is really important to you still. I know I asked you, but what do you think now that I kind of framed it that way? How do you see it going? What's going to happen when you start in 3 weeks or 2 weeks back to school, and where do we go from there?
I'm only doing big. It's only gonna go big.
One more time, 'cause that was so
Yeah, it's
grand.
on. Yeah, it's only gonna go big because.
Kenny, can I come back with you? I said you said I'm only doing big. That
Okay.
was so cool.
I'm only doing big, and that's because we did it last year, and it was big last year. The entire city of Oceanside kind of came together around these students that were putting their hearts out on stage. This year, it needs to be more than that for me. I want to see it spread. We have people from Sage Creek coming into the meeting today. We have new people starting these clubs. We saw it in Chicago; they had one as well, but it needs to be bigger than it was. It needs to be I want to see it televised. I want to see. I want to see San Diego in the room, not just Oceanside. I want to, this is something that works for everyone. It doesn't work just for Oceanside. It doesn't work just for Chicago. It doesn't work just for Carlsbad. It works for, everyone in this country, in this world. I want to just see that go global, go big.